From behind the wheel of a 900 horsepower race truck, you feel everything, from the vibrations of the engine to the mud spattering your face. It's a solitary time of focus and endurance where nothing and no one outside of the roll cage matters. Or at least that's what you'd think. Today, the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series has come to the Utah Motorsports Campus in Tooele, bringing with it high-octane thrills, insane speeds, and a surprising amount of family togetherness both in the stands and on the track.
It's a cool deal. We race the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series out here, and I race Pro 4, which is a premier class, and right now we're 4-time champs, just living life, having a good time.
And it's fun. It goes pretty quick. You know, you have 3 or 4 big races all together, and it's just a lot of action, a lot of running into each other, jumping over each other, and it's good racing. I've raced a lot of things, and I enjoy this the most just because of the action of it. I always like this track. Usually gets a big crowd, and I usually come here and go mountain biking up at the canyons and enjoy the state. Actually, it's fun. So I'm from California. You know, I did motocross, supercross, freestyle motocross, and got into truck racing after I broke a lot of bones, and it's a little safer.
Safe is relative when you're hitting speeds that turn the world outside into little more than a blur. From its original inception, the Utah Motorsports Campus was designed for racers of all types. The most famous, of course, is the world-renowned track, but the dirt course has grown more and more popular with each passing year. Families have begun to make this their go-to destination for speed, and while that's to be expected, it's the family aspect on the track itself that leads to the biggest surprises.
You know, we're kind of born and raised racing trucks. My dad's done it my whole life, and he since retired about 3 or 4 years ago. And my brother's dabbled in it. My brother now races monster trucks, so we're in motorsports, the whole family.
And that generational reach isn't limited to seasoned racers at Utah Motorsports Campus. Pros like Brian Deegan have turned the entire event into a family affair, passing on his skill to his own children.
My daughter races Pro Light actually here also. She's second in the points. She's definitely super fast, so she's going to NASCAR in a few years, so it should be pretty cool.
I've been racing trucks since I was about 8 years old. For my 8th birthday, I got my first truck. My mom, she's kind of scared at first, because I think when I got my first car, when I was 8 years old, I flipped it, and she like flipped out, but now she's cool with it. She has like faith in me that I'm good at it. Most of my friends are at the track, so they kind of see the perspective of my racing, but they think it's pretty cool that I'm a girl out there and in like a big pro class. I think the biggest thing getting into racing is being aggressive. When I came in, I was the person getting pushed around, I was getting hit, pushed off the track. Now I'm the person pushing people around, and so I think being aggressive is the biggest thing.
Most spectators would see the chaos of the course and think this setting would be the furthest thing from family togetherness you could possibly find. And yet somehow, like many other off-road sports, the speed and dirt bridge the gap between parents and children. It creates an environment not of lone wolf racers, but men and women holding close to what really brings them success, the people they love.
I think my dad's my biggest hero. He's the one who's taught me everything that I know. And I think I see all these other drivers. My dad's at the top, he's done the most, so I think he's my biggest aspiration.
We bring the whole circus, man. I've got my wife, 2 kids here, and half the pit is racing, half of it is family, and kids and water and fun. So it's a good event for us to come to and hang out and barbecue and enjoy it.
It looks like the drivers aren't as alone behind the wheel as we probably thought. From the trailhead, I'm Joe Davis.